This is from a chap called Alan D. Miller. No idea who he is. Probably going to turn out to be some far-right extremist. Doesn't matter. The teens coming through my virtual doors these past months have been suffering with loneliness, a sense of crippling helplessness, and a total lack of motivation. Doesn't have to be this way. Young people severely impacted. We need clear roadmap to open. And I think the reason I found this very, very powerful is I think that we're not talking enough about young people, people at the very beginning of their careers, people who are looking to start out, people who've just graduated from universities. What is the financial, what is going to be the economic impact, not only on us, but on them? They are particularly vulnerable. And I just really, really worry about them. Like we've all, like I'm 38 now, you know, like my best days are gone. I've accepted that. But
don't say that.
They are, mate. I'm practically dead. Do you know what I mean? What have I got to look forward to?
Surely the dividing line, the modern dividing line is if you're not like between numbers 1 and 9 for getting the vaccine, you can like, hey, I'm officially young.
No, mate. I hate to break it to you. We are not officially young, mate. If we turned up in a nightclub, they'd either look at us like a pair of creeps or undercover police, all right?
At 38? At 38, yeah. My God. 38. And your life is over at 38?
No, I'm not saying it's over. I'm just saying it's shit.
Are you living in, Francis? I'm a bit worried. You're zooming us from the 18th century.
Yeah, I'm going to die of consumption, Gronya. But I don't know. Like I'm a former teacher. I was a teacher for 12 years, and I just worry about what this is doing to kids. I worry about young people. I worry about people starting out in their careers. I worry about people who've been charged $9,000 a year to go and sit in a room and get a Zoom lecture. You're basically getting charged $9,000 a year to go to get a shit version of you.
Are you a Barrington Declaration man? You know what's the kind of thing that all the over 70s basically just need to sort of shut themselves in a cupboard for 100 years? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I think the problem is that when we started this, nobody really knew what the virus is, what the virus was. I then think it got to the point with the government where deaths got to such a point where they no longer act in the interests of this country. What they do is they act in a way to protect their own skins. So they're thinking to themselves, we can't let deaths get any higher. We're going to shut everything down. And then we're just going to vaccinate everyone, and then we're going to open everything up, and let's hope for the best. So on my show, we interviewed a man called Professor Karol Sikora, who's one of the foremost oncologists in this country. He was saying that we're expecting around 50,000 excess deaths as a result of lockdown from cancer alone. From cancer alone. By the government's own estimates, lockdown is going to kill more than it saves. And then you just say, going, well, not only is it going to kill more than it saves, but it's going to absolutely decimate the economy. I can't see the logic behind it. We come to the point of where was the prep? They knew this was going to happen. They knew this was a seasonal illness. They knew this was a flu. We opened Nightingales in the first lockdown. Why didn't they open a Nightingale now? Nobody's, like, very few people are saying this isn't important or this isn't vital. I just don't understand the government strategy, if I'm being honest.
I just think this is everybody's first global pandemic, and I don't think people know what they're doing. I think it's very complicated, and I think the UK response has just been riddled by an over-reliance on the private sector that's been really bad, really catastrophic. And unfortunately, we don't have the brightest, cleverest people in government, and they're trained to think of short term, what's going to be the headline, and I think that's why the UK's response has been so crap. But I think I just think nobody, and with all respect to Francis, I think anybody who claims to know exactly what to do next should not be trusted, because I don't think anybody
yes,
because we don't know. And you're saying all this stuff, and in my head, I'm like, yeah. But I don't care. This is so terrifying. I just want to wear a mask. I want to stay inside. I want all the older people to be inoculated. And then for me personally, I think like it's even going to be worse when things start reopening again, because then it's like we have to deal with the aftermath. I think it's terrifying as it is now, and it is horrible. Like, bloody hell, whatever's left of democracy. Like, think what chaos the 2008 crash had, and how we were just beginning to steady ourselves after that, like 19 years later. I mean, I'm almost like the drama queen in me is almost fascinated by what the fuck is going to happen to us off the back of shutting down the global economy for at least a year. Like, it's truly terrifying.